Whew. All right, y'all, welcome back. So I'm out in the truck. We're at a gas station right now. I just picked up some stuff. It is pouring rain right now, and tonight it is supposed to change into snow. We are currently in a blizzard warning, and they are calling for sustained like 65 to 70 mile an hour winds tonight. I think that's supposed to be starting at like 6 o'clock. I guess I can give you a little weather check. So I'm gonna try to find a spot to camp. I gotta try to find somewhere that's not too surrounded by trees, because I don't need a tree to fall on me tonight. But let's see if I can give you a forecast. It's currently 36. It was 57 this morning, and the temperature's already dropped that much. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon right now. It says it feels like 24 with the wind. We're in a high wind warning from 3 o'clock, so that's already started until midnight. And yeah, we're supposed to get snow all night tonight. So blizzard conditions, and it's pretty wild out there already. So we've got some good food tonight and all of that nonsense. And yeah, let's just go see what we can get ourselves into. I went to a local spot. I mean, the storm is local, so I wasn't getting to go terribly far. And I think I've got a decent little spot that I shouldn't have to worry too much about getting smushed by a tree. But it's already changed into sleet. It's already starting to sleet out here. So I am not surprised, although that's happening a little bit sooner than I expected. Right here. There are a couple of trees here, but nothing that I'm worried about crushing me, at least not with the way that the wind should be blowing. And I think that's good. Alright, I gotta make sure I got all my crap. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see it on the hood with this camera, but sleet everywhere. You can see it in my windshield wipers there. It's gonna be a wild one tonight, I think. Fingers crossed it actually hits. I'm kind of excited for this. Yeah, these little trees don't bother me, and the rest should be far enough away. And we're kind of blocked by the wind on this side, so it's not super bad right now right here, which is probably good. But all right, gotta go unlock everything back there. It'll be fine. Sorry about the wind noise. That's not too bad. Yeah, we've just got this little guy and that one. There's a big tree right there, but I'm not too worried about that one. All right, we're definitely plugging this guy in tonight. My tailgate's already covered in ice pellets. That didn't take long. All right, I got a backpack I gotta grab, and that's probably about it for now. Not too worried about those extra cameras, although I want to keep them warm. 2 trips. So much ice on my tailgate. It's kind of wild. Kind of wild. Yeah, it's crazy. I'll have to look it up, but our temperature swings have been like, there was like a 90-degree difference in temperature or something like that over the course of a few days because of how we went to below zero. It's just kind of wild how that's happening around here, but oh, I still got to put my tag in the post. Dang old dang. I should have closed my tailgate, man, and it's all over my bed. Dang. Let's close that now. It'll melt. Whew. It's chilly out here. What did I do with that tag? Found it. Thought I was losing my mind for a second there. I mean, I probably am losing my mind, but yeah. All right, there we go. We are set up. I'm sure you can hear it just blowing through the trees here. Let's get inside, get that heater blasted. So much snow in here already. Oh, I feel like I need to brush this out. My tailgate's just gonna be soaked. Not worth it. It's cold and it's dark in here. All right, there we go. Heater is blasting. Got a few different drinks through the night. Oh, okay. At least get it off my bed. Well, we're chilling inside for the night, that's for sure. I should have brought a book instead of just a tablet, but I've also been kind of wondering, and I'm sure somebody out there can tell me, although I don't have it with me. I have like a USB, I think it's USB-C. I've got a USB controller. I'm kind of wondering if I can plug it into this thing and download games on here and plug the controller in and play it. Because having to try to play on a tablet, like, or whatever, isn't quite as fun. Although I do enjoy, what was I playing for a while there? And it was a pretty decent game. Oh, PUBG. But as far as I know, the floor is kind of wet and muddy. I should have brought, one of you guys have sent in like a plastic mat. I should have put it in here for this one, that's for sure. Whew. Yeah, this says 44, although I don't think that's correct. I know the temperature has dropped quite a bit just since I started this video. This says it's 34 now and it feels like 20. Blizzard warning, here I'll read you guys the blizzard warning. Blizzard warning from 4:50, so that has just started. It's 5:20 until 3 a.m. Make preparations. Blizzard warning in effect. Snow expected. Total snow accumulations between 1 to 4 inches. Winds gusting as high as 65 miles an hour. Flash freeze is expected. Roads will become slick and hazardous. Periods of whiteout conditions will likely make travel impossible during the peak of the storm, which is going to be overnight, but I think there's a light out here, so it might be, we might be able to see what's going on. Yeah, and we're also in a high wind warning. High wind remains in effect. This says sustained 35 to 45 with gusts up to 70. So they're kind of contradictory a little bit, but it is what it is. This shows that the snow will probably be done by like 8 or 9. So we'll see what happens with that, but I've got a couple of things downloaded to watch. I don't have any games on there, do I? I don't have Gaming Hub. Nope, you have to be hooked to Wi-Fi. Kind of thought there would be like pre-downloaded games on here, but I guess not. We're gonna relax and watch some tube before I make some dinner later. What did I download? Oh, it's a movie on Netflix called Saturday Night. You can see that there. As far as I remember, Netflix doesn't let you see what it's about. No. Audio and subtitles. What is that? Nope. See if I can pull this up on my phone. Tell you what it is. It's about Saturday Night Live. Yeah, Saturday Night. It's from 2024, and it says, tensions run high as producer Lorne Michaels and a ferocious troupe of young comedians and writers prepare for the first broadcast of Saturday Night Live on October 11th, 1975. So yeah, they just did some big thing to celebrate Saturday Night Live, and this says it's generally based on true events, but it does include some fictionalized elements. I don't know who the cast is. I don't know if they're gonna have any like real people that were on it. They've got to, but probably not, considering it's so old, where they're talking about something that's so far back. Rachel Sennott, Gabriel LaBelle, Kaya Jordan Gerber, Nicholas Braun, Corey Michael Smith, Lamorne Morris, I know who that is, Ella Hunt, Tommy Dewey, Cooper Hoffman, Matt Wood, Kim Mottola, Matthew Rise. Oh, it's got J.K. Simmons in it. I know who that is. It's got William Dafoe in it. That's about all I recognize, but there's quite a few people in this. So, chill out, watch this, and my dang old windows are fogging up. And we'll see what happens with this storm.
Chevy, you're very handsome.
Oh, we're not even 10 minutes into the movie and look at this outside. It is really coming down out there. It did not take long for that to turn into some big old chunks of snow. Yeah, if this goes all night, or even a few hours, we're gonna get quite a bit here. I imagine out on the highway right now, it is rough. I would not want to be out there. That's crazy. I should get a camera set up outside, huh? What do you guys think? All right. Oh, there's the wind. Oh, that's wild. All right, let me set up a camera out there so you guys can see what's going on. Should probably put my coat on, but we'll be fine. It's gonna be quick. It is wild how quick it's coming. Oh. Where do I want to set this up at? This might be too close. Than that. Oh. We'll go up here on this side. Here we go. All right. Y'all, that was a great movie. I expected it to be more like skits and stuff of what actually happened or whatever, but it was basically like leading up to the first night of the show and the first night of going live. I thought it was pretty good. I would recommend that flick for sure. Let's see, get you guys another light. My lights aren't that bright since I put the thing up. All right, there we go. Can you even see me? A little bit better. All right. Let's get ourselves some dinner going. It's kind of wild how much snow we've gotten. And it's still coming down out there. The wind is howling. I saw a notification on Facebook that they had a measured 65-mile-an-hour gust at the airport in Omaha. So it's still going. Oop. We'll lose all our stuff in here. Use the old trusty toaster oven again because it works great. But we're gonna try something new that I've never made this personally. I don't think my wife has ever made anything like this either, but on the last live stream we got some tuna and stuff, so I wanted to try something with some of the tuna that was a little bit different. Like, I've made tuna melts before. That's probably all we need. Grab another drink out of here. Yeah. Got some stuff in this too, though, I guess. Salsa. What's? And we need this. We got some tunas. And I guess we're probably gonna need some silverware out of there. Yeah, I think that's probably it. We don't need those chips, those are from the last one. But I got some of these tuna packets in the mail, and these are rice and beans with tuna. This is the spicy pepper one, and there are like little bits of corn and stuff in these too. They're not super spicy, but they're pretty tasty. It says it's got fiesta flavor with a savory blend of wild-caught light tuna, brown rice, black beans, hot sauce, and a hint of lime. But you can see that there's some corn and whatnot in here. I grabbed 2 of them. I don't know how many we're gonna need, but we are gonna take these peppers that I've got here, and we're gonna try to do stuffed peppers. I've never made stuffed peppers before, but I thought that would be tasty inside of a pepper. And we'll go ahead and toast them up in the oven and see what happens with this. I've also got some green onions, and I've got, oop, I dropped it. We got 1 jalapeno right here, so we'll put some extra spice into it. And I guess we're gonna do both of these because I got 2 of them. Feel like my light's flickering. Maybe I can turn that down. Is that still bright enough? It's blinding me. We use the big knife. Shazam. Don't need all of this junk on the table here. Drinks. Salsa. Alright. So I don't really know what the appropriate way to do this is. If you cut the top off or if you cut it off this way. Either way, we got to dig out the insides. I think we're gonna do them. We're gonna do them on their side so they fit inside the toaster oven. I suppose I could just cut one of these in half, but I don't know. I want to do both of them. Guess we're gonna have some extra pepper left over. I didn't think about that. I suppose we could chop up the pepper and put it inside the pepper. A little double pepper action. But you've got to get all this junk out of the inside of it as best you can. All the seeds and whatnot. Try not to make too big of a mess in here. I did remember to bring paper towels this time. Set those down on the floor. My next rebuild of this thing, I definitely need to make myself some more table space and whatnot. Fold up table, I don't know. Yeah, look at that. I don't think I've ever seen a pepper have, can you guys see these little like stringies coming down? I've never seen that before. Maybe I'm wrong, but all right, we've got one. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to, how much I'm gonna be able to fit inside of these things. Guess we'll just try our pepper. It's good. Sure brought some ranch. Suppose if you cut the top off, you know, you don't lose quite as much of the pepper, but they won't fit in my little toaster oven that way. So this is just what we're gonna do. All right, big dose peppers there. Try this one too. Those are tasty. How do I want to do this? We want to save our chunks here. We can get rid of this for now, so I don't make a mess and spill the seeds all over my floor, because I've already got a couple of down there. I don't need peppers growing out of my carpet. Do the jalapeno next. I think we're gonna maybe mix the tuna and all this together. I think that's probably going to be the best way to do it. Why don't I do this? Set those there. So we got something to cut on. I don't know if we're going to need this whole jalap, but go right about there. All right, some green onions. Which we're going to cut the ends of these off just so we get fresh area. Don't need those nasty tips, which those would probably be fine, but we want the good stuff. Same thing, cut them pretty short if you can. We'll do quite a bit there. That looks appropriate. And then I am gonna go ahead and mix this all on the plate so we can just stuff it all in there together. I think one might be enough. We'll mix cheese into it too. I don't know if you're supposed to put the cheese on top, but I feel like we should just mix it all together. All right. A lot of people will do like ground beef. My original thought was to do chicken, and I was gonna go get like, you can go to the grocery store and you can get like pre-minced rotisserie chicken or whatever. I'm pretty sure I've used that on a video for something before. But then I have the genius idea of using these, and I think it'll be good. Get this all Try to mix it all up. Check that out. That's not bad looking at all. All right. We might only need the one packet. We'll see. We've got Mexican 4-blend cheese. So this says as Monterey Jack, cheddar, asadero, and queso quesadilla. And I want to go fairly heavy on the cheese because I like it cheesy. We might end up putting a little bit of that on top of the peppers too, but that'll be good for now. Get this mixed up too. Yeah, I think that's gonna be probably plenty to stuff these 2 peppers. All right, try not to lose our stuffing. Munch on your leftover pepper. That looks good enough. I could just eat it like that, to be honest with you. But we're gonna go ahead and stuff this in our pepper here. And yeah, it's gonna be more than enough for 2 of these. That looks good to me, man. This is kind of like a bread bowl, I guess. You get all the stuffing and you get to eat the container that it comes in. I think we can get it all in there. Alright, our peppers have been stuffed. Give it a taste. Tastes good. Be careful not to knock those over. I can see it there. Ooh. Now I guess the tray is a little bit dirty, but would you put it on the rack or you put it right on the tray? I feel like I should put these right on the tray. Probably should put them right on the tray. And what temperature? I don't know. We'll just leave it where it's at. We're gonna give this a second to heat up, but I don't think it's gonna take long. Green onion, pepper. That's probably warm enough already, I don't know. We've got our tray here. You know what, before we do that, we got to put some extra cheese on top just to get it extra melty. Just top it with some cheese. Same with that one. Never have too much cheese. Pantalones cheese. All right, there we go. It's got to be fine. I really don't know how long this is going to take, but since my ingredients are all Like the tuna's all cooked. All we're trying to do is get this nice and melty. It's going to be hard to see it, but there we go. We are cooking some stuffed peppers, and they look tasty. I have a feeling these are going to be great. To go with this, I've been sipping on a Spindrift pineapple. I enjoy these, but I found another liquid death, and this is the Killer Cola. So this is still water, but it's supposed to be cola flavored. So I'm gonna guess like Coca-Cola or Pepsi. And yeah, 10 calories, nothing crazy. Probably gonna taste like a diet something because it's a bit watered down. But we'll give this a try. It's definitely like a diet Pepsi, I think. More like a Pepsi. It's not bad. I dig that. I've got a couple of these with me tonight. And nowhere to set anything in here. It's hard to see, but they're already getting a little melty on top. I don't know how long we're gonna run them. I should have had the yellow one turned around. I would have been able to see it better, but looks good. Cheese is starting to get a little bit browned on top. I think we're about there for what we're gonna need. It's starting to bubble a little bit. Ooh, I think we're getting close. All right, I think that's good. Where do I put these? What do you think of that? Steaming. They're a little bit browned on top. I think that looks great. All right. See if I can get these onto my plate. How hot are they? Not terrible. Do this. Whew, a little warm. Don't want to spill it. Ooh. Shablam. All right. Let's get this back in there. Not burn our finners. Shablam. Those look great. They kind of like melted down into each other, into themselves, I guess, is what you could say. But yeah, that looks really good to me. I don't know what you guys think. But we've got to put a little bit of salsa on top. So we've got some paste, chunky hot. We're definitely going to use some of that. We'll just spoon a little bit on top. I don't know if you should, if I like cut these open or what, but a little bit of salsa on there. Shablam. And then I think we're just going to go ahead and put a little bit of Tabasco on there. Tabasco is a pretty good sauce. You don't have to be too worried that it's going to be hot if you like hot sauces. So we'll just give it a drizzle before we even start. There we go. It might be a little hot with the jalapeno in there, fresh jalapeno, but we're gonna find out here real quick. And I have a feeling I'm gonna need my knife anyways to eat these, unless I just scoop it all out of there. Maybe a fork even. I have a fork in here. It was all at home. Oh, I got one. If I can get it out. All right. Bone apple feet. We'll start with the orange guy. I don't know if I should just scoop it out of there or what. I have a feeling it's going to be a little bit messy no matter what I do. Let's go ahead and cut this guy open. Cheese is melty, it's steaming. That's a full-on hunk of pepper right there. Maybe I should cut that up. That's good. That's really good. Good job, Mike. I'll pat myself on the back for that one. I like that. I like that a lot. It's got a great flavor with that spicy tuna. And so simple to do. You don't have to pre-cook any of the meat or anything like that. If you've watched for long enough, I don't like to make stuff where you have to like pre-cook this and set it to the side and do this and do that. I love to be able to do like one pot meals. Like you just put everything together and cook it. So easy. I'm absolutely satisfied with that as a meal. Could have probably left it in there a little bit longer even, honestly. Not too spicy, it's not too hot. Even with all the sauce on there. And I know you can also do this in an air fryer. So this would be a great air fryer recipe also. And if I had the air fryer, I could have done them standing up too. But either way works. I just won't be eating the part that's got the stem on it. And I'm sure there's all sorts of different things you can add to these, pretty much whatever you want to do, you know. I think even like stuffing it with crab meat would be good. Like canned crab meat, or you could do like canned smoked salmon would be good in these too, I think. Canned smoked salmon and peppers, I think that'd be tasty. And the jalapeno isn't too hot. I thought it was going to be a bit spicy. I love jalapenos, but raw ones are definitely got a kick to them, so I thought it was going to be a little hotter than that. Ooh, don't need to drop that on my foot. We can put a little bit more Tabasco on there. You know, if you wanted to get really lazy, you could probably just do this in the microwave. But if you did it on an open flame, it would be really good too, because you'd get a little bit more like sear and crispiness on the outside of the pepper, and I think that would be really good. But with the weather tonight, we weren't going to have a fire outside. I'm absolutely satisfied with that. See if we can go ahead and just cut this stem out of this one too. There we go. Yeah, it could have gone a little bit longer, I think. Ooh, the wind's picking up out there. But I think it all kind of comes down to your personal preference as how you want to cook the things. I mean, everything you eat is your personal preference, right? And I'm gonna turn that heater back on because it's getting chilly in here. See if there's any difference in the taste with the yellow pepper. Just as good as the orange one. I could eat this for breakfast with like a scrambled egg on the side. That would be good. Last bite. Fully satisfied with that. Yeah, I don't know what to sell. I don't even really know what to say about it. It was tasty. You know, that's one thing that I've come to love. It's like a love and hate thing with YouTube. Is I've always got to try to think of something else to cook, because you don't want to see me make macaroni and cheese every day. But so sometimes it's difficult to come up with things to try that, like I said earlier, are simple to cook in a situation like this. But that is great. That is great. Would 100% recommend giving this a try. And they make these, they do them in a few different kinds: smart bowls, barley and beans with tuna, tomato basil, pasta and beans with tuna, zesty lemon, and quinoa and beans with tuna, which is Latin citrus. But I think the rice and beans was a great filling for those peppers. I will absolutely make this again at home. Yeah, I almost wish I had a couple more peppers, dude. I could eat a couple more of those, and I wouldn't really feel guilty about eating extra of that, you know? It's all healthy stuff. Green peppers. Dropping them on the floor. And I suppose we could try ourselves a jalapeno slice before we clean this up. This is probably gonna get me. That's not a very hot pepper. No, that one's not really spicy at all. That's like almost less spicy than these peppers are. Yeah. Normally uncooked jalapenos are like got a hard kick to them. That doesn't at all. I think part of that is when you pick them, but I don't know. I'm not a farmer. Cheers, y'all. I'm gonna see what else I got on the old tablet. Gotta get this cleaned up though. All right, we're all cleaned up in here, as good as we can be. Let's see what else we got on here to end the night out. Isn't this on? Yep. Saturday night was great. I would recommend that one. I'm gonna watch Awakenings. This is something I've never seen before, and it's got Robin Williams in it. Let you know what this is about. It's an older flick. It's from 1990. The story of a doctor's extraordinary work in the 60s with a group of catatonic patients he finds languishing in a Bronx hospital. Speculating that their rigidity may be akin to an extreme form of Parkinsonism, he seeks permission from his skeptical superiors, to treat them with L-Dopa, a drug that was used to treat Parkinson's disease at the time. So this must be kind of a true story? Yes, the story of Awakenings is based on a true story. It's based on the 1973 memoir of the same name by neurologist Oliver Sacks. The book and film tell the story of patients affected with encephalitis lethargica, also known as the sleepy sickness. And I haven't watched anything with Robin Williams for a while, and he's a great actor. He was a great actor. So I think this will be the one to end the evening out. It's getting late anyways. brought my slippers with me. Keep my feet warm on the cold floor. The heater works, but since the wind's running right under the truck, it definitely cools it off. Oh, it's got Robert De Niro in it.
Hey, look at this car. Wow, isn't it? It's got
to be Well, good morning. So, I just got a message from the wife. She couldn't get out of our driveway at home because it's drifted closed. And she sent me a couple of pictures that had been forwarded to her by people that she works with. The roads that go from our place to her job are drifted shut. There's a, I don't know, I could probably show that to you. It's an F-150 and it's like, oh, it looks like it's up or over the front bumper. Kind of hard to see probably. But that's a county road and that truck can't get through. I may be able to make it because I'm lifted and whatnot, but I really wouldn't want to get out there and get stuck. And just have to sit there, my truck idling. That wouldn't be fun. So I'm probably gonna chill here for at least a couple hours. See what happens if the plows go by and whatnot. I suppose I could get up and make some coffee or something. Oh. A little moist. I don't know. It doesn't look bad out here right now. I mean, you can kind of tell where it came through the trees right there. There's some massive drifts up there that I know you guys won't be able to see. Oh, man. But it's still windy out there. It's not like 60-mile-an-hour winds right now. But yeah, it's still windy. Like the sides of the trees on this side are just completely covered in snow. Oh. Oh, jeez. There's the view out this way. Doesn't look like there's a lot of snow on the ground, but yeah, maybe you guys can see it on here. Like the trees are covered on this side because the wind was blowing this way. Doesn't look like there's a lot of snow though. But yeah, up there, there's massive drifts right up there on the horizon, if you can see that. Maybe try my other camera. Use my phone, I guess. How's that? That's a big snow drift. There's some more, and that's a road up there too. That's probably not passable. But the rest of this doesn't look bad. But yeah, you can see on the sides of these trees that they're covered in snow. Go ahead and have our other Pop-Tart, I think. And I do have this. I've got my French press, but since we might be here for a while, I might just use that so we can maybe have a couple of cups. Got the cup this time. For those of you following along, we did have our well water tested. We got our well test back and everything is good. Our water's a-okay. So that's good to know, right? It's gorgeous out there. I'm a little leery on what the roads are going to be like trying to get home. I don't know how long it's going to take for them to open up them gravel roads. But I guess we'll find out when we leave. I'll take you guys home with me. You guys can see if we run into any drifts. The wife's car is pretty low and it's been lowered. I put lowering springs on it years ago, so it's no surprise that she couldn't get out. Gonna have to get her something different for next winter. Alright, y'all, finished up my coffee. We're going to see if we can get out of here. Start the old truck before we get out, though. Give it a minute. Yeah, I shouldn't put my stool out. I always do that. Like this. Make sure I take that out as soon as I get home. Oh, I gotta unplug too though. Yeah, the side of my truck is covered. Hopefully my door isn't frozen shut. This definitely ain't bad, but I know I'm gonna probably see some big drifts once I get out on the main roads. Well, there's a tree that fell down right up here. You guys can see that. I didn't hear it, but there's some across the road. Don't pop a tire. And it's like solid ice on this road here, if you guys can see that. Well, as we get up here, you can kind of see, it looks like they may have come by and plowed this road already. Yeah, there was some drifting across it, but it looks like it's fine. There are a couple of small spots of drifts, but it's not bad. So we kind of missed the worst of it right here. Like that house, there's a huge drift right in front of the house. So I'm curious what my driveway looks like. Oh yeah, it's pretty deep right here. No surprise that my wife couldn't get out. I'm gonna have to put it in four-wheel drive or I'm gonna get stuck. Might be stuck already. And I'm stuck in my own driveway, it looks like. Oh, sweet. It's not even that deep. I just didn't have enough momentum. I gotta be able to get out of here. Come on, Mike, you can do this. Turn off my traction control. Without tearing my driveway up too much. Go. Took a little bit of effort, but we got her in there. I can get this turned around if I need to, and I'm sure I can get my wife to work. I should have just hit it with a little bit more speed to start with, but yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and close this one out here. It was a fun night. There's one more small chance of snow in our forecast. I'm gonna say that's probably gonna be it, but dinner was great last night. I would recommend trying that out if you never have. And the movies were great also. The one with Robin Williams, Awakening, was a great flick. Little bit emotional in that one, I think. But yeah, as always, stay tuned for the next adventure. I'll see you in a bit.